Greetings from downtown Cleveland, Ohio, as we look at the Rascal House Christmas tree. Today is Friday, December 12th, 2025. I think it's either 5 o'clock p.m. or like 4:59 p.m. and about 28 degrees Fahrenheit. Excited to do this month's live stream from downtown Cleveland and check out the Christmas lights, Christmas decorations, etc. Starting on Euclid Avenue near East 18th Street. Across the street, I can see in the College of Law building, there's a small Christmas tree. I was thinking that earlier today. Other than that, there's really not a whole lot of Christmas decorations you see on campus. I don't know how, because I don't go to other universities, especially around the December time. Usually if I'm visiting there, it's around summer or spring. Although I should take that back. Last night I was in downtown Denver, and just beyond that, the University of Colorado, I think that's what the university was called, in their courtyard area. That's where they were hosting the German Christmas market and big LED Christmas tree this year, the Mile High tree. In general, I'd be curious, I guess, how widespread Christmas decorations are on campuses across the country. We'll cross the street here in a second. Alright, so I'm going to try to stay on schedule because I want to get to Public Square. The reason I didn't start a lot of times I start these live streams closer to 4 o'clock p.m. This one I wanted to start closer to 5 o'clock p.m. because the ice skating rink in Public Square, which is one of the favorite things I like to show every year, doesn't open until 5 o'clock p.m. So I wanted that to be open by the time I got down there, and have already been open for a few minutes, so hopefully some people are already there and ice skating. But then I believe starting at 5:30 p.m. that's when they do the light show at Public Square, and it's supposed to be holiday themed, and it runs every half hour. So if we're able to catch that first one, that'd be nice. Otherwise we'd have to wait till 6 p.m. I showcased these paintings last month, but I'm not sure if the Christmas lights were up at the time. But one of the new things downtown Cleveland did this year was they had a window decorating contest for businesses. It began November 28th, and voting actually concluded earlier today at noon. Oh, look over here at the Lumen, they've got some Christmas decorations up. Nice tree. Several trees, and I'm not sure if I've ever seen the lobby area actually lit up when I've gone by here. So that's nice to see. And then across the way at Playhouse Square, I believe I can't remember if they have the green and red there all the time or if that's something they do starting at the Christmas season. Let's go ahead and cross the street. I like how they're advertising the musical, how The Grinch Stole Christmas from Dr. Seuss. Well, you know what sucks? I don't know when it happened, but my stylus that I brought with me, that's supposed to have the pen cap at the end so I don't have to take my gloves off to touch the screen, it has the rubber part just fell off. That was a new one that I just got this morning. Oh well, guess I'll have to discard that one. Welcome, perishable goods. Hello there, happy holidays. You can lightly see inside the lobby area some of the wreaths that are up. Corbo's Bakery. They're open till 7:30 p.m. today. Also advertising A Christmas Carol at Great Lakes Theater. So I'm sure that's what a lot of these people are going for. Although that's bin 216 in that particular entrance, but the other people are probably headed to some shows on the Friday evening. There's the fruit stand with their window decorated. But anyway, yeah, that's what I was mentioning earlier. I'm not sure if all these businesses are participating in the official contest. You have to go on the website. Like I said, voting ended earlier today. Oh, also A Christmas Story at the Cleveland Playhouse through December 21st. But through those various window decorations, voting was happening online, and whoever ends up being the winning business, which they said is going to be announced sometime today, so probably this evening, wins $500 for their business. But no Festival of Trees for the second year in a row at the Allen Theater. They do have one Christmas tree down at the very end, but not like, you know, for years they used to have numerous Christmas trees from various places. What we're going to do next is we're briefly going to head over to Ben & Jerry's because they have some cows up in their window for the holiday season. Look at that decoration, and then we're going to head over to the US Bank Plaza. Sorry, I was holding the button on my gimbal. We're going to head over to US Bank Plaza, where in addition to the decorative ornament, which unfortunately is not lit up, which is the same thing that happened when I did a live stream, I think last month. It wasn't lit up at the time when I went by. But the new addition of the Christmas tree and the mock chandelier that mimics this as the star are lit up, so we'll take a look at that. And I believe that's the first year I've seen that type of ornament over there. Linda says good evening and Merry Christmas. Thank you, Linda. Merry Christmas to you too. These lights do always take quite a bit. See here, I got time check 5:07. I mean, if I missed the 5:30 one, it's not the end of the world because I could just catch the next light show at 6 o'clock. But I think we'll make it down there in time. They're just ending up going, but you can see it's a green light over there. Traffic's at a standstill over there, and then shortly this should turn green. So that's why I don't want to jump out, because you got a stream of traffic going down this way now. What is going on with this intersection? Come on. these cars on my left are probably like, are you kidding me? It didn't change for us. Finally, it changed for me as a walker and for traffic coming off of East 14th Street. So here's that new Ben & Jerry's that opened a couple months ago, and this was an example of their entry into the window display, which I love the artwork on this one. They showed a sneak peek online at a bunch of the pictures. This was probably one of my favorites. Now we'll try to cross this disaster where there's a really long stretch of cars waiting. See, even a situation like this though, where I get the walk sign, you gotta be careful, because see, that car just peeled out of its initial turn lane into traffic where other cars are peeling out. So that's the type of recipe that'll generate a collision of some kind. There's the tree I was referencing. I mean, they've had trees at Playhouse Square in the past, but it's nice to see it come back. And that's, that's a really nice shot too. It's frustrating, I swear. Every time I come by here, something's tripped with that ornament lights and I can't show it off. But when it's functioning, that looks really nice too with all the lights on the exterior of the ornaments. But I do really like this. I mean, that's a pretty cool idea, whoever came up with that, to design the chandelier as the star. And it does make for a good angled picture with Playhouse Square. Over here on our left, Something Good Social Kitchen. I believe this was one of the entries to the window contest. Again, people, took it different ways. They more so redid the outside coloring of their walls, added like snowflakes. I'm not sure if the backside here is part of their entry, but I did notice this when I was taking the bus on the way here. Some artwork that was drawn, art by Sammy Does It and AP_always on top. But it's a combination of a Charlie Brown Christmas, and you've got the Grinch, and he's stealing the Cleveland leg lamp. I thought that was nice when I saw that earlier today. Again, if you can tell based on this and how I said I love the cow thing earlier, outside of whatchamacallit, Ben & Jerry's, you can get a quick assumption of the type of artwork that greatly appeals to me. It's more of the cartoonish, colorful things. I know there were 2 window entries on Huron, but I don't know if I want to deviate over there at the moment. I think I'm just going to stick with Euclid Avenue on my march down to Playhouse Public Square. Allocated Brain, welcome. Buzz Retirement Garage also says watching live from Olmsted Falls. Thanks for tuning in. You can see the, I was gonna step the angle and show the green and red colors, but that car was coming at the same time. Yours truly is active and busy, but outside the Halley building, you've got the green and red lighting. Down the middle of Euclid Avenue, I'm not sure quite what to call them. I mean, you have obviously the lights, but then on top you have more of the yellow lights with the white on the left and right of it. Now if we pan to our left here, it's back. I don't know. I'd be curious, like, the backstory of this. So I think like 3 or 4 years ago, when I came by the Halley building, they had like a fighting scene from the Nutcracker of that fighting like the big mouse. I thought the statues were really cool when I saw that. But then all of a sudden, the following several years, there was absolutely nothing for like Christmas season. Maybe one small tree or something. I didn't even know it was here until now. When I came by in the bus this morning, I saw the window like this on the front part, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." They participated, in the window display. But I didn't realize that they had also brought back the Nutcracker scene. So that's really, really fun to see. And then this end also have the cool effect on the windows and the rest of the fighting scene going on. Buzz says, surprise, no snow, a couple inches on the ground west of you. Yeah, when I came into Cleveland this morning, because I'm west side of Cleveland, I could see the snow. Not a ton of snow, but definitely. And I knew it had been snowing from my mom having been telling me that, and me watching the weather forecast over the past week or two, including, watching the Browns game last week and the forecast leading up to that game against the Titans. But yeah, when I came downtown, most of it was already gone. I brought my boots just in case. The boots are more so for after I get out of downtown Cleveland. The remnants are just like this. They usually do a very good job in downtown Cleveland of shoveling, not really shoveling, but ice, laying down the salt and getting the snow rid of. So yeah, if you came down here for the weekend, you really wouldn't know that there had been snow over the past week. I mean, there may be a couple small icy spots, but you can see how much salt deposits are in the road. They really loaded up. Let's see here. I don't think Clevo Books was on the list of participants, but they probably have some holiday books in the windows. Let's see here. Don't see holiday books. Usually there's a certain theme that they may have. Yeah, I don't really see holiday books featured. Across the street at 5 Iron Golf, you got some snowflakes in the window. And over there in that area, they've got some interior Christmas lights going all over. Let's see what time we got here. 5:17. Trying to debate here. Like, I know if I go to Public Square right now, I'll easily make the light show. But I'm debating how it'll go if I make a few quick detours along the way. Let's just head continue down Euclid. Like, I was thinking of going inside the Heinen to see if they put the garland all over the inside in the rotunda area, but maybe we'll come back later and take a peek at that. Across the street, PNC has their usual blue and white arrangement. Again, now some businesses took it simpler than others with their entry into the window decorating contest. Like I saw on the site, Dogtopia participated, by just throwing a wreath around the dog's neck there, which I thought was cool as part of the decoration, but it wouldn't like get my vote per se. The Skyline 776 apartments, you can see the lobby area is really nicely decorated inside. Now, something new that I saw, because I've been wondering, when they were doing this a while ago, what businesses are going to roll in here. You can see now the sign says coming soon, Phoenix Coffee Company. So you're going to have a coffee company coming in here. That'll take up one storefront. It looks like you have either two small spaces, or I guess you could probably combine it into one space, but it's always good to see some more businesses, unlike Tower City, which I'll get to in a second. Here's the Downtown Cleveland Alliance. Now, even though they entered the window contest, they did make a note, because they're basically, downtown Cleveland. They were ineligible to win the prize, but they made a big wrapping paper of Terminal Tower, Sherwin-Williams Building, and Key Tower, simulating the downtown Cleveland skyline. Anyway, earlier today, I went inside Tower City to do my annual Christmas video and check out what stores are currently open and active in Tower City. You can look forward to that video. Probably publish it this weekend. If not this weekend, maybe like on Monday. Now again, I am always appreciative of what they do, but I felt like it was a step back and a little underwhelming compared to what we've seen, especially with seeing like some of the businesses going out of business. Now over here at the 5th Street Arcade, nice drawing depiction. Again, it's always got to catch my eye when you have something like that on there. This is at Lionheart Coffee. Also, Happy Holidays. The Oogie Boogie drawn on the window. And Teas of the Grinch and Gingerbread Man. We're going to check out the 5th Street Arcade again later, even though we did that last month. Well, first I want to get down the public square, and then we've got Rocket Fizz here with the ornaments, the Santa. Seems like the same decorations I recall in the past. Actually, during my layover in Denver yesterday when I was shooting my video, they had a Rocket Fizz there. And it's fun how the individual Rocket Fizz places take the liberties of decorating in different ways. Oh, wait a minute. Is this the Euro place? Oh, don't tell me that Euro place is gone. I swear this is where it had gone or moved into. Oh, another one may have bitten the dust. Oh, look at this outside of Colonel's. They've got like a gingerbread style guardian holding the popcorn. And a lot of Cleveland buildings. And another version of the guardian. That's really well done too. Our handmade gingerbread Cleveland cityscape and Hope Bridge guardians. Speaking of gingerbread displays, I did a short video earlier today that will again be published at sometime in the coming days inside the Cleveland Public Library, where Sarah Wagner continued her extensive gingerbread displays. A few years ago she did the West Side Market. Last year she did the East 4th Street areas. And this year she did the Cleveland Public Library. Here's the bowling alley, the corner alley. Got some festive decorations there too. Oh, look cool. It's like Candyland they have on the outside. Looks like we got some nice decorations across the street by the old arcade too, but we'll proceed to Public Square. We'll go down East 4th Street. Basically what I'm saying is we're going to go down the Public Square, and after we see like a bit of that, the light show, we're going to make our way back and check out the arcades. So, because I don't want to rush through this. Christmas video in December is one of my favorite ones to do. So by no means am I trying to rush through it. But let's see here, we got 5:25 p.m. right now. House of Blues have a rockin' holiday season with some gnomes playing music. I can already hear the music at Public Square playing. By the way, if you guys, music's gonna be, oftentimes in these live streams I end up muting music, but usually in my December live streams, the reason I mute music is because YouTube will say, oh, your video's ineligible for monetization and such, or you have, possible copyright stuff. But December, I don't end up muting anything. There's too much music typically going on, and I want you guys to enjoy the full atmosphere. But in exchange, if you guys can remember, try to smash that like button right now, or share the video with someone else to help get more viewers going. They actually have the light projections going on the buildings actively right now, even though it's not 5:30 yet. But maybe they'll do the special like music show in a couple minutes or so. In case you guys haven't heard, Neela Park, which celebrated its 100th year at the GE building last week, or last year. Sorry, I'm mixing my words. Neela Park, which celebrated its 100th year at the GE thing last year, ended up not doing a Christmas display this year. It appears like it's done. And at first there's people wondering like what's going on, and then like a day or two ago it was announced that they donated much of the old Christmas decorations to various places, including in Cleveland. They donated some to Public Square, some to Ohio City, some to Voinovich Park. Now, I'm not 100% positive, but I'm assuming some of these ones that are like this are the old Neela Park decorations, like the toy soldiers, nutcrackers, the Santa Clauses. Denise Sunset says, why is RTA taking Wi-Fi off the buses? Yeah, that was a headline that came out a week or so ago. They're taking it off because there's a big, from what I read in the article, there's going to be like a big budget shortfall again, and one of the reasons they're saying is I think something related to like health insurance premiums for workers going up significantly, and they're going to have to probably cut service. They don't want to start raising rates yet, but that might be a possibility. So I think one of the measures, I know I read how much it costs online, but I forget exactly what it is. That's one of the sacrifices, is cutting Wi-Fi from the buses. It'll be active on a few stations like at the Tower City station, maybe Windermere and a couple others, but other than that it's going to disappear. Another thing I read is that today or yesterday it said that the Cleveland State 55 bus partnership is ending, so they're going to get rid of the decorations there, or how the buses are green and stuff. They're going to remove the CSU branding. Alright, so see how there's light projections on like Key Tower. There's Winterland over there. It's also on Old Stone Church. You got the letter C logo on Terminal Tower. And it also goes on to the Huntington or Old BP building. Let's see here, it's 5:30. I've never seen the light show, so I don't know what to expect. Like, I'm assuming it's going to be something different than what we're seeing now, but we'll take a look. And I thought they said that there might be a synchronized playing of the Christmas lights on the Christmas tree. The ice skating rink will probably get a little bit busier later on. Like I said, it just opened at 5 o'clock. It's 5:30 now and runs till 10 or 11 o'clock. I can't recall exactly. Well, I don't see a light show happening yet. It's only a minute or two after 5:30. I'll just start walking around, and if it starts up, I'll pause, because I do have my other camera with me, and I want to do a kind of a simultaneous high-quality video shot. Usually we see a lot more activity on the rink, but I anticipate probably what will happen is after I'm done with the live stream later today, I'll come back here around, maybe it'll be like 6 something or 7 something, and this will probably have 2 to 3 times the amount of people on it. They don't run the rink from Monday through Thursday unless there's a private booking. It's just only Friday, Saturday, and Sundays. Now Friday is 5, only in the evening. Saturday I think starts earlier in the day, at least a little bit earlier in the day. Now one of the things they are introducing also for the weekends is the Cheer Garden, which is at the Public Square kiosk. They've also got the fire pit right there. But the Cheer Garden is supposed to have saucy beer, vodka drinks, wine, cocktails, and some downtown Cleveland merch. That's a nice little addition, as well as Revel being open. All right, let's continue walking. By the way, I know there's been some comments that I have missed. I'll try to scroll back later and address them. I'm not ignoring you guys. It's just because my pen tool broke earlier. It's hard. I don't want to take my gloves off because it's one of those things where as soon as I take my gloves off, my hands will probably start freezing right away. So I'm trying to preserve that warmth. I assume, like I was mentioning earlier, one of these Santa Claus decorations would be something that was in Nela Park. It's now spread around the city. Like, I think there's some places on the east side. The Cleveland Zoo is supposed to get some. In Ohio City, when I mentioned that, the main park that's across the street from the West Side Market had several decorations when I passed by in the bus earlier. The fire station closer to West 30th had a few decorations, and there's a list online. I actually have a picture on my phone that I was gonna share. I'll try to do that later if I can, where it shows the list of locations that they've been donated to. You can see a lot of people wanting to gather around the fire pit and feel that warmth. That might also be where they roast marshmallows, but I'm not 100% positive that's what they're going to do. All right, let's go ahead and cross to the other side. Oh, this is cool. I was thinking to myself, all right, let me check for traffic. And I don't know if this might be the first time I've actually seen this. Remember when they installed the bollards this past year? They installed the bollards across here, got rid of the ugly cement barriers, but also they put the Raptor style bollards that can raise from the ground. So those bollards are actually up, so no traffic or buses are going to be coming through. So when there's a bigger crowd of people like this, that's, you know, a nice touch to put into place. So it doesn't even matter if you cross at the intersection or not. Here's your Christmas tree. I still enjoyed the old style Christmas trees when they were, you know, real trees, but it's, you know, still always looks nice, and enjoy the lights. If they end up doing the light show, maybe it's not at 5:30. I mean, when I read the article, because I was trying to look what time it started, maybe they'll start at 6 o'clock instead. But it said, in addition to the music playing and the light show going on around the buildings, it said that the Christmas tree would be like synchronized to the music and dancing, so to speak. What's interesting about these two bears here is the only place I had ever seen these before were in downtown Cleveland, right here. You know, the past couple of years I think they've had them here. A few years ago they used to have them by the ice skating rink, so the ice skating rink would be the backdrop. And then a few days ago when I was in Utah doing my driving around finding Christmas houses, there was this really cool house, had great decorations. If you want to check out that video, it's on the YouTube channel right now. It's something like Salt Lake City Christmas decorations 2025. But the one house had this exact thing here. They put a red mat here so you could sit on it. But I was like, oh my god, it's the first time I've ever seen that somewhere else. In my head, I just thought to myself it was something unique to the downtown Cleveland display. By the way, I want to give a big thank you. Forgive me if I get the name wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was Barbara who sent a donation a few days ago to my PayPal account, thanking me for the Cleveland videos and the holiday season to come. So just wanted to give a shout out and thank you very much to her for that. Definitely appreciate it. Okay, now this part, I just mentioned earlier how downtown Cleveland was clear of most snow. This is the only hazard I've seen right now. You got the rock hard snow pile, and then even the path to try to get through here is a sheet of ice. So we'll not walk through that way. We'll walk through this direction instead, which makes sense too. We got the archway going here. Uh-oh, let me see here. Okay. So maybe It looks like we have another story, possibly in the past. I don't know if the Cleveland Public Library or other places have done stories, but that already says panel 15. So I have a feeling that the story starts all the way over there. Yeah, it says thank you for reading. So what I'm going to do is, instead of going this way, I was trying to mix it up because I think in the past years I circled the other way. But we'll go ahead and do that so that way if we're reading the story, or at least casually reading it, we're going in the proper order. Buzz Retirement Garage says show may be at 6 hourly. Yeah, I think it used to be hourly during the normal times, but then I had seen in several articles, including when I Googled before this, where it said the shows will, during the Christmas season will be at 5:30 and run every 30 minutes. But yeah, who knows? Maybe they've just gone back to that schedule. I mean, based on the fact that it's 5:40 and it hasn't appeared to run yet. It could be accurate. You have your manger scene here. Nature Girl says hourly starting at dusk. Yeah, again, when they began, because during I think it was the summertime, that's when they first kicked off the light show. And at that time it said that the light shows would happen hourly at dusk. But during when Winterland or Winterfest started, that's when they had said, oh, we're going to start doing every half hour beginning at that time. But it could have changed. So here's the holiday pop-up story walk. Santa's Gotta Go by New York Times bestselling author Derek Barnes. So I don't know if this story is specific to Cleveland or if it's something like grabbed from a national story. Last Christmas, the Max saw a story on TV about Santa Claus spending some quality time with a family in Boston, sipping hot cocoa and playing video games. Right. Always the cool archway. People love doing pictures here. It is the one downside when I'm doing this live stream. I'm not getting my cool pictures. I'm sure after I conclude this later on, I'll try to rush over and grab some photos myself. This Christmas, the Macs figured they'd do everything they could to get Santa and hang out for a bit at their house. Mrs. Mac baked sugar cookies, a chocolate cake, and 6 cherry pies. Mr. Mac and the 2 children, Monty and Mabel, hung out their brightest lights so Santa wouldn't miss them. And then they waited. I can already guess. What are your guys' guess? My guess is he doesn't show up. Just as Monty and Mabel were dozing off, they heard the thunder of heavy hooves on the roof. It's gotta be Santa, the kids shouted. Oh, next panel starting here. When they peeked downstairs, there he was, leaving a bunch of presents and gobbling up some goodies. Okay, so my theory was wrong, he didn't show up, so why are they saying Santa's gotta go? You see, now that we're up closer, you can see the Christmas trees rotating as part of the light displays. And then the big candy canes here. Makes me wonder if those were from the Nela Park. You know, I've been to Nela Park. I think I saw only 2 shows in the past. The 100th year and maybe it was the 98th year. So like, even though I saw the shows, it's not like I know kind of what the style looks like and what's been in Public Square. So these things look new. So that's why I'm just assuming these are Nela Park. It sort of fits their style of everything. Alright, back to the story. So let's see why he's got to go. When he rushed out, Monty and Mabel followed him to sneak a peek at Santa in his sleigh. There he was on his cell phone speaking to Mrs. Claus. Yes, it's been a long night, babe, but I'm finally done. I'll be home in 2 shakes of a reindeer's tail. Oh no, he's leaving, grumbled little Mabel, and Mama made all the good food too. Oh, so I guess, I'm trying to think back to the beginning of the story. They wanted him to stay like the story, right? Santa turned the key, pushed a flashing green button, and nothing happened. The sleigh just sputtered, and clink, clank, clanked. Santa lifted his hands to the heavens and yelled out in frustration, "Figgy pudding!" Monty and Mabel knew what to do. Come on back inside with us, Santa. Santa borrowed a laptop to order a new part for his sleigh. Boy, Santa's getting pretty modern here. This tiny doohickey called a yip yip fuse causes the sleigh to float. The reindeer, they just pull the thing, he told them all. Who knew? There was only one problem. The yip yip fuse would take 3 days to arrive, but that didn't worry the Max. Stay with us, the kids shouted. How kind. I suppose I could use a vacation, Santa said. There's one of the new artworks I pointed out a few months ago, mimicking the original lantern. Monty and Mabel stayed up late with Santa's reindeer. When they finally fell asleep, it wasn't for long because it sounded like a thunderstorm was brewing outside. Turns out Santa liked to rock out and had invited some guys from the neighborhood to join him. Now, is this actually Santa Claus, or is this like a local imposter Santa? Because this doesn't seem like stuff Santa would normally do. Feeding Santa was a full-time job since he was super hungry from holiday preparations. Mrs. Mack had to make lots of trips to the store to keep up with all the food he wolfed down. Well, maybe she's the one that's going to be saying Santa's got to go. Like, get him out of here. He especially loves slurping spaghetti sauce from the jar. You are all so generous, Santa said. Monty and Mabel had their hands full helping. Hey, he's a guest, Mabel, an incredibly special guest too, said Monty. But even he got tired of doing dishes. Uh-oh, now I see what's happening. They're getting sick of Santa. See Old Stone Church lit up, and on the backdrop of the building behind it, Winterland. Mrs. Mack had told Santa to feel right at home, and he sure did. The next day he felt so at home that he took Mr. Mack's limited edition motorcycle out for a spin without asking. When he brought it back, a mirror was dangling off. Don't worry, Dad. You can ask for a new one next Christmas, Monty said. But Mr. Mack didn't think that was funny. Yeah, they're all wanting to kick Santa out now. The next morning, while working out, Santa accidentally stomped on the new tablet he had brought for Mabel. Crack! Mabel couldn't help erupting. She balled up her fists, scrunched up her nose, and shouted, Santa's gotta go. Monty didn't want to admit it, but his baby sister was right. Yep, it's time for Santa to bounce. Fortunately, just then a box arrived on the doorstep with the Yip Yip fuse. But Santa wasn't in a rush. I'll fix the sleigh first thing tomorrow. Tonight I have a jam session, he said. So the Max decided to give Santa some space and spend the last night of his stay at a local hotel. Then we've got the last couple of panels of the story over here. It's also 5:40, what is it, 5:49? Sorry, I'm trying to look at my watch. So yeah, about 5:49. So regardless, I'm going to try to stick around Public Square until 6 o'clock, and we'll see if that light show happens. If not, then I'll just venture on to the other places we were going to check out. It's a little bit dark, but hopefully you guys can make it out or just enjoy my narration. Much later that night, Santa put on his PJs and got ready for bed. When he went to make himself a cup of warm milk, he found a letter taped to the door. Dear Mr. Claus, we're Glad you got to unwind and take a little vacation. Now we need one too. When we invited you to stay, we had no idea what housing Santa Claus would mean. Now we know. Thanks for the presents and making this Christmas one that we'll never ever forget. Sincerely, the Max.
No fence. No fence. What'd you say? I'm sure you did. Nope.
When the Macs returned home the next morning, they were happily surprised. The place was spotless. Santa had restocked the fridge and replaced everything he had broken. He also left a lovely note. Dear Mac family, thanks ever so much for allowing me to rest my old bones in your beautiful home. I hadn't had a break from work for so long and needed this mini vacation so bad. Your kindness and patience are what the Christmas spirit is all about. I am going to brag to all my friends about getting to stay at 4550 Wellinggood Lane with a family that truly opened up their home and their hearts to me. Peace and much love, SC, Santa Claus. 3 weeks later, the doorbell rang. When the Mac family opened the door, they could not believe their eyes. Uh-oh. Is there another panel here? Oh, we got a group. Let me scoot back. They got a group picture going here. Let me let them do their pictures as we enjoy the up-close snowflakes. It's really nice just listening to the music surrounding Public Square. Oh yeah, by the way, the first year that the Sherwin-Williams building is complete during the Christmas season. They still don't have that lighting effect that they said they would have though, so I don't know what the story is with that. You know, where they're supposed to have like a strip going up the building.
This one's kind of avoiding on the backside.
Alright. So let's see, what is the cliffhanger? What did they see when they went to look out the door? Oh, is it the Leprechaun, Easter Bunny, Tooth Fairy, and I'm not sure who that is. Is that supposed to be Jack? No, that's he's got a Valentine like heart in his thing. I was just saying Jack. My daughter Sophia has been watching the Jack Frost movie, so I've seen like all the characters involved in it, the Guardians or whatever. So all the other characters want their own vacation. Thank you for reading. Visit the main library at 325 Superior Avenue. Well, let's go. Yes, still unsure if 5:30, 6 o'clock, but like I said, what we'll do is now that we've circled Public Square for a bit, killed some time. By the way, even though the bollards are up, we do have one car that has got its lights on. That might just be a police presence. So let's go ahead and hang around the ice skating rink for a little bit. I guess we can walk over by the Soldiers and Sailors Monument. We didn't show that. while I'm sitting here, I have temporarily taken off my glove. Let me try to scroll way back and see. Not sure if I'll catch all the comments that I missed, but I'll try to scroll through and catch a few. Barbara said, glad to hear you'll be visiting both arcades. Yes, I'll definitely going to swing by there, both of them. Let's see what else. Denise Sunset said hello. Jeremy Wynn said hello. Jose Ortiz said yes, been dying for a Cleveland Christmas video. They miss Cleveland. Christmas in Florida sucks, they said. Allocated Brain was talking about the RTA situation earlier due to money reasons. Laura says look forward to your videos. Wishing you a Merry Christmas. CSU Leslie says Merry Christmas, Poco. Merry Christmas to you too. Jerry says this is fantastic. We've been hoping you would live stream the lights. Thumbs up and thank you. Thanks for tuning in, Jerry. Denise says wish Hotel Cleveland would put up the Hotel Cleveland sign on top of the hotel like it was back in the early 1900s. Alright, so it is 5:56. So we'll bide our time for another 4 minutes here. See, there's a little more traffic on the ice skating rink when we first popped by. Although still not as much as you maximally see. You got some people in the waiting area waiting to skate. While we've got a minute or two before 6, let's head over this way and check out the snowflake and more of the snow deposits that still are here. Now this decoration was not from Mila Park. This is one that's been in the square for several years. I think in the past they used to have it over on that end. That one artist that for a few years was doing certain things, like he would put a certain frame over there, or the big CLE logos with, or CLE lettering with ornament style things in it, or during the summer season he would transition and put like sports balls in it. I haven't seen his presence for a couple years in the downtown Cleveland area, so I'm not sure, or for at least the Christmas season, I'm not sure if that partnership or agreement ended, or they just had enough of it. You do have the May Company building over there as well. They have their little trees. 2 of them aren't lit up, but they have the trees there, and you can't quite see it unless they're just not lit up. Yeah, I guess they're not lit up either. There's 2 wreaths, but there's no Christmas lights on them. Oh. Let's see here. Is this the light show? I think it might be. Okay. I guess this is the light show. You see how the... Alright, we're at the light show in downtown Cleveland for the Christmas season now. Alright, so I think that was it. Sorry, I wasn't trying to, because I was also simultaneously recording it on here in case I use it for other footage. I don't know if I'll end up using that footage or if I'll just do a high quality walkthrough of the entire thing later. So when I was recording on that camera, so it ended up being 3 minutes in length. I would say it wasn't too much different. Like, it was still cool to see, but mainly the thing that happens is instead of having the stationary red and green terminal tower. Yeah. Machine. This is a gimbal, so it helps keep it straight. So like, so it's not vibrating. Like if I'm doing it, it doesn't make it all jumpy.
So it holds it, right?
Yeah, and it holds it nice and straight.
So that's the camera on your phone?
Yeah, this one just a normal camera on my phone coming from the other side.
Okay, so what this do for the phone?
It holds it, but also like let's say I was running, it keeps the footage straight so it's not like bouncing and being all. This is not.
Okay, can I get a different footage to hold? Because I get to go to camera. A 4K, is that a good screen?
A good screen?
Yeah, 4K.
4K. This for the phone, yeah. The phone. Well, because I'm live streaming on YouTube, it doesn't do 4K as a live stream. It only goes up to 1080p. But if you had
4K is the best.
Yeah, 4K would be the best one. I have like a
It's
different.
sharp and it's
Yeah.
yeah. I just bought a camera. It's a
Yeah.
4K camera.
Right. Yeah, because I have a different camera that I usually shoot like this one. Well, this one's a little bit older, but this one I don't do live videos with this one. I just shoot it and then later on I upload it to YouTube. Yeah. There's someone was asking about the camera equipment. But yeah, anyway, like I was saying about the light show, I kind of actually preferred just seeing the green and red. But again, it's a nice little touch that if you're down here and it only happens for like a 3-minute stretch, you could see it added some different colors, it added some different logos. The buildings, instead of being green and red over there, had slightly different shapes. The tree was moving a little bit. I guess what I'm trying to say was it was fine and cool, but it was nothing like wowing, so to speak. But it was still cool to see what it was about. And I always like to think of things if I was a tourist, because they do those light shows when it's not Christmas season. So even in the summertime when it's nighttime, if you're visiting and there's really not much lights going on, that'll kick off probably every hour. So that'll be something fun to see. And I didn't notice this before, though. They have the lighting effect shooting down on the rink, and it's making that nice spiral starburst shape, along with some like kind of snowflakes also rotating on it. Yes, like Buzz Retirement Garage said, hit that like button. While you guys are watching, if you haven't, hit the like button, share it to your social media, tell people to check it out. And if you're one of the few that haven't subscribed yet, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Alright, so what we'll do now is I may come back to this area later, I'll see. I mean, I definitely will for my own purposes of taking pictures. I'll see whether I do it on the live stream or not. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to head back toward the arcades, and we'll showcase the arcades. Maybe when I get inside one of them, I can take my gloves off and I'll show some of the pictures that I took earlier and give some more context related to the holiday season on those. Now, earlier I was mentioning Neela Park and assuming these were some of the things donated from there. In downtown Cleveland, they said here and George Voinovich Park, which is down by Brown Stadium. Because that one's I mean, granted, nothing in downtown Cleveland's a super long walk, but because that one's sort of away from everything else holiday related in this realm that I'm visiting, I don't know if I'm going to make a specific walk to George Voinovich Park just to see that, because that would kind of be like too much downtime or dead time in between, in my opinion. You know what I'm trying to think? Someone, you know, sometimes you like think you read something and you're trying to second guess yourself, like, wait a minute, did someone leave a comment on my channel or did I read that in some article? I'm thinking about the Christmas decorations in the BP building. And even, I don't think I had a chance to respond, but I feel like someone left a comment within the past month talking about how they are the ones that set up the Christmas decorations in the BP building. They're probably not open right now. Oftentimes, after a certain time of day, they close the doors. But we'll at least try the door and see if they happen to be open still. Probably not. Yeah, they're closed. But you can still look through. You got the big Christmas tree in the atrium, as well as the usual display they have here, and typically on the right side of the building they have another display. Alright, now let's head back toward, we'll start going into the old arcade, and then we'll go across the street and check out the 5th Street Arcade. Ibrik Coffee House has some Christmas lights showing and some decorations on it. Another one of the few sections that has some ice. It's pretty far and few between, like unless you're really not paying attention. The snow and ice is not an issue. There's their other small Christmas display there. Yeah, but right now people are just only able to exit if you're already in the building or you have security clearance. think the Cleveland Cavaliers play tonight, but if I'm not mistaken, I think they're playing in Washington, which they have been a big blah so far this season. And on one hand, you think to yourself, it's still early in the season, but what was the record? 14-11, that's 25 games. You got an 82-game season, that means you're already more than a fourth of the way into the season, right? And just blah, that's the best way I can describe it. It is not gelling anywhere close to what it has in the past couple of seasons. Something's broken with the Cavaliers right now. Here's the flight bar, and they've got a cool decoration too. You got the Grinch in the middle along with a couple of snowmen, some Christmas trees, and then the inside looks like it's all decked out too with the Christmas lights and other decorations. They got ornaments, they got an archway gingerbread inflatable. Oh, don't tell me this is happening again. I was just about to make the point. Last year when I came here for my Christmas video, my live stream, I couldn't get in because, yeah, you can see the arcade will be closed for a private function from 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. Now, I don't know what it is right now. Last year it was a wedding ceremony happening. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to show you guys the tree or the interior for the second year in a row on the live stream. Oh well. I'm not kidding you. I was just thinking about that when I was walking up, and I was going to bring it up before I saw the thing. I guess I should have seen that too. Closed for private event. But nonetheless, you guys know that it still exists there, and you've seen it many a times. One little tidbit that I caught, but I don't know how many people would recognize this. Last week, when the Cleveland Browns game was being shown, and I think it was last week's game, not the week before, they do their, if it was CBS or Fox, I can't remember who had the game, but you know, sometimes they do their stock footage of the city. And one of the things is they put the camera like back here as they're coming back from a commercial break, and it's showing the arcade, and they're talking about the old arcade. The first thing I noticed was in that stock footage, it said Kathy's Ice Cream with a for lease sign there. And as soon as I saw that, I said, "Oh darn it! They're using like they didn't." I kind of hate when the companies don't take the time to shoot like updated footage of the city, because I knew full well that Pammy's Ice Cream had moved in here already. So one of those little nitpicky things that I caught on. Now here's Pizza 216. It looks like the same, it probably is. Oh, you know what? Sammy does it. Isn't that the same guy who did the Charlie Brown one earlier that we saw? So if that's the case, man, I got to remember that. Someone sent me a text message, that guy's @ handle, or I'll have to remember to watch this video later on, because these are the type of designs I just absolutely love. Like if I was drawing something or painting something, granted, I'm artistic in the sense that I have a mind and visual representation of what I'd like, and I could do probably something along the lines of this, but nowhere near like the lovely details that's included in all this. Look at him, he's delivering a pizza box, the snowman sledding down the thing, delivering it to the family of snowmen. The penguins are enjoying, what is that, like an acorn? I don't know what it is. Is that an acorn? It looks like an acorn, but I'm sure it's something else. It almost looks like actually it could be an empty ice cream cone, like maybe it's the cone and they finished it. Or is it something else that I'm completely spacing out on? There you go, Barbara put it in the chat saying Sammy does it. Barbara also said, bummer, the old arcade is closed, can't be helped. Oh well, yeah. I think last year after it was closed, I ended up doing a short. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I guess I will do that. So inside the old arcade, a new tradition they started, and they update it seasonally, is there's like a 4 or 5 window stretch where they do window displays, and it's usually tied to either cultural references or a holiday theme. So I think they were supposed to do a new one either in November or early December. So because they have that, similar to what I did with the Cleveland Public Library earlier today, because the library one probably ends up being like a 7-minute video or so. Early next week I'll try to make a point to go in the arcade and show the Christmas decorations, the look of it, and also whatever the new window displays are. How come no one's actually bowling right now? Oh, there we go. That guy's got his hand on a bowling ball. Can we see what he got? Oh no, the pillar's in my way. I couldn't tell. So there's no shortage of people in the corner alley right now, but they're all more so enjoying the social aspect of it as opposed to actively bowling. Alright, we are back to Colonel's by Chrissy. So we looked at this earlier and I commented how I thought the Guardian representations holding the popcorn was a really cool touch, and the gingerbread displays that they had put here. So keep in mind that gingerbread display. When I get in the store or get inside the arcade here, I'm going to try to take off my glove and showcase a few pictures. Actually, I'll start on the other side because this is more of the ones that's not, the area that's not occupied too much. Rocket Fizz, and then yeah, and like I said earlier, that Gyro place seems to have gone out of business. I'll have to try to do a search and see if that's truly the case. I mean, what else would it be? It's almost most certainly the case, but you never know. Maybe it's just a temporary closure or something. Okay. So let me do this. Going to attach my tripod to the camera and set it, or to the gimbal. And set it down on this garbage can. Taking the glove. You get to see me for the first time. That's not the point. I was just quickly turning it around. All right. So we've got Mike the Hatter. You know, the lights are off in some of these places because of the time of day. But before I continue going any further, let me show some of the stuff that I was gonna talk about earlier. So since I was just talking about the gingerbread display, let's take a look at that. So this is the thing that Sarah Wagner has been building, and she does like a tremendous job just doing these things basically in her own hobby or free time, and it's become a thing now where she's doing it every year. So that one is representing the Cleveland Public Library, the original building, not the Lewis Stokes wing. But you can see just the extensive detail in it. They actually gave her the original blueprints to go off of, and that's how she was able to help put in the exquisite detail. So I have that coming in a video that will be in a few days, just showing it a little bit up close. What else do we have here? Terminal Tower and Tower City. I have a video that'll be coming again in a few days. It's just the traditional stuff. They have the atrium all decorated like that. They have Bruce the Spruce's Forest, which is only open on the weekends. And unfortunately, just going through Tower City, there were like more businesses that were closed than before. The toy store was gone. The Shake and Slide food place, which I featured in a video in the food court a few years ago, that was gone. It was just like kind of depressing in that regard. And several of the holiday features, like the past couple of years, they've had like mice fighting and rotating like little animatronics in some of the windows. They had a window Christmas story display. All those things were gone, just not put up this year. And little other touches that I noticed. So it was a bit of a bummer, but nonetheless, I think that's a 27-minute video coming in a few days. Now here's Coco's Chalky Paints. They entered the window contest as well. You can see how they're all lit up and decorated. Their version of Narnia. Even though it closed, this is what I was talking about. Vote for our storefront. Voting closed earlier today. So it'll be interesting to see which place ended up getting the most votes. I mean, for all I know, maybe they've already announced it. They hadn't. It didn't seem like they had announced it prior to me starting the live stream. Here's that new Neo collection place that I noticed last month. I think I did come through the 5th Street arcades in my November live stream. So we won't necessarily see a bunch of new things as we go through here. But it's always a nice stroll, enjoying the string lights that are up above. I still haven't been to Addie's Diner, despite the fact that I always talk about it and trying it out one time. The barber shop. I feel like the decorations are updated a little bit. I don't remember the vibe looking like that with the way the dog was dressed and then the guitar and the Cleveland guy. Gems Boutique. And then let's see, is Geraci's, do they still have the Stranger Things vibe? There's Frosty the Snowman, Winnie the Pooh with a Santa hat, Snoopy with a Santa hat, and the little Charlie Brown Christmas tree. Now, unless I'm missing it, I don't see an artist's name on these windows, but could it be that Sammy guy again? I don't know. I guess if it was him, you would think he would have signed off on it again. Here's the Residence Inn. And then Barrio. Oh, I think Barrio must have taken down their decorations already. Online on the window contest, they had a look of like, oh, there they are. They put them inside. the skeletons that are there were previously sitting like out here. So that was their version of decorating, sort of like the Day of the Dead combined with Christmas. Christmas lights inside of Johnnyville Woods. The bright lights inside this half of the arcade. When I say bright lights, I mean in the atrium portion. You got the arcade, which I think is one of those self-running arcades, meaning like you don't need anyone monitoring it. But I don't know if they actually lock the doors at a certain time or what. I saw a similar one of these in they probably do have someone monitoring it when I look at that, because I mean they've got computer stations. I mean, sure, they're probably locked down, but those look like, it looks like Xbox controllers. I wonder what exactly, if it's PC games or if it's actually, you know, pre-installed stuff or what. Maybe it's tied to this place. Hard to say. Long live Hangry Brands. Hangry women lead here. Hangry headquarters. I'm confused what this place is. I'll have to look up, but maybe it's a marketing agency if I had to guess. Bold, innovative, fun, hospitality. I mean, it's certainly got an interesting look. I mean, you got a big takeout container here. You got a small version of a big boy that almost looks like it's made out of a wax. And then Revy Fair Trade Products. And I never mean this to criticize, but when I come by and say this, it's like the bootleg version of the Browns helmet, because, you know, putting like either the Browns dog helmet or the other new dog logo on the helmet with a yellow face mask, like it's representing the Cleveland Browns, but it's not the Cleveland Browns logo at the same time. Yeah, you can tell how much difference the lighting is in this half versus if you go across the way. That's the arcade where, you know, it has the more businesses, but it's got the more subdued, low-level lighting. I don't know if they are going to try to upgrade or change both sides at some point. Place you can get some headshots taken. Or a spray tanning done. Look, they actually have that thing venting to out here through the window. The window like props open. Now this thing here says Holiday Makers Market, Saturdays and Sundays. So maybe this is pop-up something they do during the December month. Maybe this weekend they're going to do stuff. I don't exactly know what the Makers Market is. Huh, look at this. So it appears as though Coco's has expanded to this side of the arcade as well, if I'm reading this right. It says Coco's Selfie Space, 3 floors of fun. So they've always been on the other side, but now you can see how they filled these storefronts here. Oh, Wayne Willis says hello everyone from Akron. Welcome, Wayne. And Linda says Hangry Brands is a hospitality-based company that credits keeping a restaurant named Danny's open in Tremont. Huh. Interesting. Huh, so look at this. You can see through to the other side. It does go through. There's a doorway that goes through to the other end. And that goes, you know, one of these days, I'm just too shy about going in there myself and filming, but one day I just need to explore, because it's supposedly like really deep. It goes deep into like the ground, and it's a huge, pretty huge space. It's always fascinating to look at this stuff. I mean, these look like the hot air balloons you'd see in those old Christmas photos that would be in Tower City. Linda says that store looks interesting. Do you remember Pure One? I used to love that place. And off the top of my head, I don't. Pure One doesn't ring a bell. Was that something in the arcade or somewhere else? I guess Coco's continues over to this side too. So that's good, because, you know, this past year I've talked about how it sucks that several places were moving out of this half of the arcade, but you can see that, especially with Coco's taking up like 3 of the storefronts now, and the arcade down there, and whatever that new brand's place was. Yeah, you're filling it in a bit. You can always smell the Colonel's place. Alright, let me think about this. So I'm going to be headed outside again, so I'm going to throw my gloves back on. Let me set my camera down. Pure One? Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't remember what it was. Oh, before I keep going, let me point out, earlier I was talking about Neela Park and how they're no longer doing it at Neela Park, but they've moved or donated the old decorations to other places. So if you can see that picture there, that's where it describes where they've gone. In Cleveland, it's gone to Public Square, Vonnegut Park, Playhouse Square, and the Metro Parks Zoo. Ohio City Market Square Park, Fire Station number 4, Urban Community School, Jukebox, and Ohio City Firehouse. Other Northeast Ohio locations, they donated some to Euclid, Highland Hills, Akron's Lock 3, Santa's Hideaway Hollow in Geauga County, and the thing's still at Neela Park. I guess they have the National Christmas Tree, but it's not worth making a trip out there just to see that, you know. On the bus ride earlier, I did see, this was this morning, the park outside of, or across the street from the West Side Market. You can see several of the Neela Park decorations, several of the Neela Park decorations in the background there. And there's a few others that weren't pictured. Again, it's not necessarily because they're all like spaced out. It's not something where I'd say like, oh, you gotta go here and check out the old Neela Park things. I would more so say, hey, if you're already going to be in the area or you're already going to be in Ohio City, yeah, it's cool to walk through. But because they're all spread out, like I don't know if you need to make like a special trip to see them. It just kind of adds to currently existing environments. We saw the Candyland theme outside of East 4th Street earlier. Now let's walk down East 4th Street. They continued the Candyland game board on this side. You got some big Christmas tree inflatables at Honky Tonk. Jolene's. You got the Wonder Bar. It might be one of those Christmas, I don't know if it's a pop-up or if it's just always there, but they have it dressed and decorated like a pop-up bar. And then Mabel's Barbecue. Your obligatory leg lamp at Cordella's. Is that Cordella's? No, Cordella's is next door. What's this one? Across the way. Good Pizza. Still gotta try that one. Society. Oh, interesting. So that's a downstairs like bar and location over the entry, but they have a nice window display here, decorated nicely. Allocated Brain says E4 to E9. I'm drawing a blank. Give me a hint to what that's the reference to. First I'm thinking it's like a game board piece or something. like Candyland, but
excuse me, can you spare a penny? All right, girl. Just one penny.
outside of Flannery's now. Probably I'm not gonna jet across the street for it, but it's kind of funny. The Clutch Cannabis place has like Christmas or holiday windows. Once we get down by Jack Casino, we'll head back toward the ice skating rink. Oh, I get it. East 4th Street, yes. East 4th Street is better than East 9th Street. Got it. My mind, that's the bad thing about me passing by Candyland around the time when I saw that comment come in, because my mind was thinking like Battleship. Like, oh, he's trying to make some game board reference. Meanwhile, I'm walking on East 4th Street. It didn't register to me. I think this is one end of the alleyway that was featured in the Superman movie, although it would have taken place all the way at that end when the one woman pulls the guy aside. So in the inner link that goes from the parking garage of Jack Casino to the actual old Higbee building, actual Jack Casino, they've got some trees and it looks like a big reindeer statue up there. So that's always nice again when places decorate. I don't know if this is new lighting or if it's just me, but the lighting up here seems very bright in a way that makes me think that it's new lighting. Like bright in a good way. This guy, I think, was taking a piss against the building up ahead of me. Yeah, you can see the piss. Like, come on, dude. Piss just like flowing down the thing now.
Good job, buddy. You alright? Good job, buddy. Man, you just got this man. Come on, man. It's mine, man. Oh, look. Thank you.
Wait. Jake's Pizza's got some Christmas lights up in the, you can't tell because of the bright lights over there, but let me run across here. I know I can make it. There's no cars coming. Alright, let's see if the rink is more crowded than before. Well, there's definitely a crowd waiting. I wonder if I feel, what's that? I'm drawing a blank on the machine that helps flatten the ice. But I think I see in the distance over there. So I wonder if they just did it or if they're thinning out the crowd and telling them to get off. Yeah, Zamboni. Linda asked earlier how many steps did I take for this feed. Probably not too much more than my normal walk. I've done it so many times that I don't even think about it. The steps I took in Denver, last night was way more. Again, it wasn't that strenuous, but it was way more strenuous because I was carrying all my luggage with me as I was walking, so that all that extra weight. It seems like they're releasing more people onto the rink, or more people are going on.
A newborn king to see, ba-rum-ba-bum-bum. Our finest gifts we bring, ba-rum-ba-bum-bum, rum-ba-bum-bum, rum-ba-bum-bum. Peace on earth, can it be? 100 years from now, perhaps we'll see. I've seen a day of glory. Save the day and live in peace, live in peace again. Oh, peace on earth, where we be. Every child must be every child must be made to care. Heaven up on this land to give all the love that we can.
Sorry, I guess I should have announced that before I impulsively did it. I just did a 14-minute video without narration. So basically the past 14 minutes you guys were watching, I recorded on this, which will end up being a high quality 4K version that you'll be able to see like crystal clear whenever I upload it. So that'll be nice to check out. I noticed when I was doing the walk around again, the snowflakes that were lit up earlier over by the arches over there weren't lit up anymore. So, you know, sometimes you get certain lights that don't work. But yeah, this is the type of crowd I was hoping to see. Now, since we've covered everything in downtown Cleveland, I do need to get a couple pictures with my cell phone. So, and we've just hit the 2-hour mark and my phone is at 15%. So I know if I keep going, we are just gonna quickly drop out. So thank you guys for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, again, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and stay tuned to the other holiday videos we have upcoming. And thank you all. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year, and everything else in between. Thank you, and have a good evening.